It's Thursday, September 11th.
I want to be very clear that this is a political assassination.
The hunt for a suspect continues this morning after conservative activist Charlie Kirk was shot and killed during a university event in Utah.
It's very important to remember what happened on this day and also the fact that the world came together on this day.
It has been 24 years since the September 11th terror attacks, and thousands are expected to volunteer their time today as part of a national day of service.
This fall, we will release a new climate competitiveness strategy that focuses on results over objectives and investments over prohibitions.
Prime Minister Mark Carney will make an announcement today on nation-building projects that could get fast-track approval.
Just lack of time to actually go out and buy food and cook food, especially if you're working long shifts.
Sometimes it's just quick and convenient.
A new survey has found younger Canadians are using food delivery services. Stay with us, Canada. Your morning starts right now. Good morning, Canada. Welcome to Your Morning. I'm Anne-Marie Mediwake.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Lindsey Deluce.
I'm Kelsey McEwen. Thanks for starting your day off with us.
Just thinking about the horrific acts that happened south of the border. Yesterday, authorities in Utah still looking for a suspect this hour after the murder of conservative activist Charlie Kirk.
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Oh my God.
Go, run, run!
Kirk was shot during an appearance at Utah Valley University. Just moments before he was shot, Charlie Kirk was answering a question about gun violence. Two people were arrested separately. Both were later released. Charlie Kirk is the founder of the conservative youth organization Turning Point USA. He's been a close ally of U.S. President Donald Trump. President Trump is calling it a dark moment for America and is blaming the radical left for the shooting while promising a crackdown. Prime Minister Mark Carney has posted about the shooting saying, quote, "I am appalled by the murder of Charlie Kirk. There is no justification for political violence and every act of it threatens democracy. My thoughts and prayers are with his family, friends, and loved ones." We will have more on this story in a couple of minutes. Today marks the 24th anniversary of the September 11th terror attacks, and additional security measures are expected today following the shooting of Charlie Kirk. Additional security will be at the World Trade Center site in New York. Every year, the names of the nearly 3,000 victims of September 11th are read out loud. At the Pentagon in Virginia, a memorial service will honor the 184 service members and civilians killed. A similar ceremony will honor the victims of Flight 93 near Shanksville, Pennsylvania as well. Today is recognized as a National Day of Service in the U.S. An estimated 30 million Americans are expected to participate in some form of volunteer work today. Prime Minister Mark Carney will announce the first wave of major projects announcements today.
We will remain relentlessly focused on bringing down costs for Canadians.
These projects fall under Ottawa's new strategy to reduce Canada's economic reliance on the U.S. Speaking to his caucus in Edmonton, the Prime Minister says the planned projects will align both with the interests of Indigenous peoples and with Canada's climate goals. He says change is necessary to tackle the current crisis facing Canada. In June, Parliament passed Bill C-5, as we know, aimed at giving government sweeping new powers to approve major projects of national interest. Prime Minister Mark Carney also sat down for a meeting with Alberta Premier Danielle Smith yesterday. It lasted a little more than 45 minutes. Sources tell CTV News it was productive. Premier Smith was expected to reiterate her policy demands. She's looking for real movement on 9 federal policies that she says have pummeled Alberta's economy and oil and gas industry. Heartbreak in Richmond Hill after one child is dead after an SUV ran into a daycare.
Hear things like this. I mean, it's just an unimaginable situation and tragedy.
At around 3 o'clock yesterday, the SUV went through the window at First Roots Early Education Academy. At the time, there were more than 100 children and staff inside. 6 other children and 3 adults were injured. Police say the driver of the SUV was a man in his 70s. It's not clear if he was picking someone up or had any connection to the daycare. As of right now, the driver is not facing charges, so we'll see. A new survey suggests the phone is gaining popularity as what they call a kitchen tool.
We've seen more people using these apps compared to, say, 5 years ago. So the level of usage is actually intensifying. It's not slowing down at all.
A survey by the Agri-Food Analytics Lab at Dalhousie University says 1 in 4 Canadians regularly use food delivery apps. Data collected in 2020, so obviously right before the pandemic, found that number was close to 1 in 5. On the other hand, the survey also says more than half of Canadians are no longer using food delivery apps or have never used them at all. Support staff at Ontario's publicly funded colleges are on strike this morning. The 10,000 full-time college support staff, they're asking for better wages, benefits, and job security. The union also represents faculty at Ontario colleges. The union says 10,000 college teachers and staff have either been laid off or expect to lose their jobs. Hundreds of programs have also been canceled since the federal government enacted a cap on international students. Colleges had been relying on tuition from international students for several years due to the low levels of provincial funding and a years-long tuition freeze. The Employer Council says it has offered monetary and benefit increases, enhanced severance packages, and better vacation carryover rates. Teachers across Alberta could be on strike by October the 6th.
And we're giving this notice for parents, for students, out of respect for them, so that they can make themselves the arrangements that they need to make.
The strike warning comes after talks between teachers in the province broke down. Pay and working conditions, those are the main issues. Edmonton's Public School Board has given notice to parents saying all classes, field trips, and extracurriculars will be paused if a strike happens. The union strike deadline is set 1 day before teachers' strike mandate expires. Joni Mitchell and Drake will be celebrated with special achievement honors at this year's SOCAN Awards.
Sometimes we laugh and sometimes we cry, but I guess you know now.
Drake will get his 4th consecutive Songwriter of the Year award in the performer category, recognizing what they say is, quote, his status as one of music's most defining voices. Joni Mitchell will receive the Cultural Impact Award for her song Both Sides Now. Organizers say that song left a mark on music, inspired generations. The SOCAN Awards will be handed out September 24th in Toronto.